That was Pep Guardiola, the Manchester City boss, reflecting on today's game. I don't know if there was a subtle dig in there, but he was like, we play the way we play.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a little professional dig there, Troy?
Yeah, of course. Just letting them know we are still the template that everyone's trying to get towards. And when they're that good, and obviously I've played against them a lot, they're that good, you have to think of ways to try and stop them. And some people, Tottenham to be fair, always go at them, try and get the runners.
Yeah. And
that's worked well, I think, for Tottenham over the years. And then others, like us, Watford, we try and sit in and wait, and normally you get picked off. And Arsenal did a perfect job on them today. They'll be happy with themselves going back on that bus today.
Well, let's speak to an Arsenal fan, Neil, who joins us on the final word. Good evening, Neil.
Oh, good evening, Troy and Majestic. What I want to say is football's cycling, so it goes round and it takes time for things to change.
Yeah.
So this is to the City fans. First of all, you've got to learn to compete before you can win. We've 7 years, we've got a spanking every week. Every year we've gone there, we get hammered. This year we come back with something different. Even under Wenger, City ain't the first to play football like that. Wenger brought that sort of football to Arsenal years, and then towards the latter stages we're getting spanked doing that football. What you can look at this today is I still believe we ain't as good as City. I still think that. But what it shows to me and to anyone watching it is that we are improved in many areas. And central forward-wise, we still lack a bit of nastiness. And for me, there's only one player, and that's to be Ivan Toney. He, to me, is a reincarnated, bigger version of Ian Wright that would annoy every away fan in the world. But if he plays for you, you love him.
A bit like Troy.
He's just a lot better than me, that's all.
Yeah, he's had too many goes at Arsenal over the years. but I just think that once, and then there's another transfer window coming. So we're here to stay now. And don't worry, City, we'll give you the spankings like we used to give you every year under Wenger many, many times. So about the times that we don't play football is the biggest joke going. 7 years you spanked us and you've been the best team. You're the best team in the world. But now is the time. It was today. It was a change in the regard. I honestly think. I still think you're the best teim, but I just think that Arsenal have improved, and they're here to stay. And they can take so much credit for that today. Next year with an Ivan Toney, they'll go there. And
Neil, just a quick one from me, mate. Just a quick question on that. So you'll go. I understand what you say. So are you going into next season now saying you should be winning the league then if you get an Ivan Toney?
100%.
So with that,
we've had the years of building. We built the rights. We built under Wenger. You was even one that did criticise. We had no cojones, and we did. Now we've got that at the defence.
Absolutely.
I do feel that Jesus I love him as a player, but I just think there is something lacking. That he's just too nice.
He's not a killer. He's not a killer that goes and scores goals.
No, not like we had been going for years, and when he had Wright, everyone hated Wright, but he'd get you the goals. He'd nick you the 1-0 away on a Tuesday night, And I just feel Ivan Toney will give us that. I don't think he's a fantastic footballer, but you need an alternative, and I just think that. We've strengthened that defence, and under Wenger, we never had a defence. We got slaughtered by you in the media, and you especially, Troy.
Come on for you tonight, Troy.
Yeah, but Neil, here's one.
Sorted that out, and we're still getting slaughtered.
No. We've been quite nice tonight. We said it's a good job. We get what they're doing. There's probably a question. I'm in an Arsenal household that is just full of you guys.
Your son supports Arsenal, doesn't he?
Yeah, and it's non-stop, mate. I'm hearing it all the time. So my question in the household yesterday, and I'll pose this question to you.
Yeah.
How long do you keep competing without winning something before Arteta comes under pressure?
Yeah.
It's not a dig. It's just genuinely a question.
The general question is, I just think this next season is the season because they've spent enough money. They've got to that level now. And then you've got to look at it. The playing field next season, Liverpool are going to be a bit shaky. Chelsea is a bit shaky now. United, City, Pep will leave next year as well. So
you've got it all. You better stick a tenner on this, Neil. You'll be all right.
The door's open, but it just annoys me with City because you and we, I'm a bit of an older fan, do remember that City weren't a really big side at all. Yeah. And for them to say that Arsenal come there, we got spanked for 7 years running, but we spanked them for 40 years before that. But yes, we'll be back, and but it was a great performance today, but it wasn't entertaining, and it's very rare as an Arsenal fan in the last 25 years to say that.
Yeah,
Neil, George Graham, we were like that every week. So it has changed. But no, get Ivan Toney. I need to get Troy Deeney then. Get Ivan Toney next season and put a lump on my.
So Neil, you keep talking about next season. So do you not think this season's going to be? Do you think you're going to win the title this year?
I think that I still feel there's a dodgy result in us because of us not having enough central, not enough offensively and centrally, not enough a centre forward that's going to nick us a goal in a dodgy game. So I still worry about that. But
you got to hope that Saka doesn't come off injured as well. When he came off injured today, that's not bad because apparently his Achilles he's playing up, isn't it?
No, so and without Martinelli, we haven't really got that pace. But and then Saka, as you say, but next year I'm very confident. This year we could be. I still think the Champions League is probably our best chance because it's a lot easier than the Premiership, isn't it?
Brilliant, cool. Thank you, Neil.
Neil was on one.
Yeah, he was. He's happy. He went at me about your comments in the past. He's not forgiven. Well, I think he's forgiven, but he's not forgotten. 03717 22 33 Now let's hear from the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, who spoke about the title running with talkSPORT's Alec Crook.
Now there is 9 games. That now is Luton and recover well. The games are going to come thick and fast now, and we're going to need everybody, and we need a big performance at home to continue our run.
Said in American football that defence wins championships. Do you think that could be the case in the Premier League this season as well? You'll be hoping so because you've got the toughest defence in the league.
Yeah, I think it's a really important thing, but obviously we have scored a lot of goals today, and that was the thing that today we haven't managed to do. Let's continue, try to improve. Yeah.
Bukayo going off, is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
That was the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, speaking to talkSPORT's Alex Crook there. You got to put some respect on Arsenal, really, in terms of... they've gone there to spoil the game, but you look at them, goals against 24. They've got the best in the league. Man City and Liverpool, 3 or 4 more goals conceded. So we know that Arsenal don't concede much, but they just entertain us a lot more in other games. And we didn't see them trying to...
I think, I actually, just thinking about it, it shows a level of respect that we've become accustomed to this Arsenal team now, going and taking teams on, being more ball dominant and they've been winning like 3s and 4-0s quite consistently this year. So I actually think it's more us being a little bit disappointed in what Arsenal did because of the way that they performed this year. But as you can hear from Arteta, he's buzzing.
Of course he is.
The back four's got the best record in the league.
It's the sorcerer and the apprentice, isn't it?
He's absolutely.
4 points off of him.
And then the biggest part is what you just said there with Saka, where he's just like, he's fine. Yeah. That's all they need.
And they're gonna need everyone because it comes thick and fast. There's so many big games across the whole of April, and of course we've got you covered here on talkSPORT. It's the network to be at when it comes to live football. We've got so many games over the next month. I'll tell you more about that later in the show. Of course, as we mentioned, comes thick and fast. Wednesday, Arsenal take on Luton. And Manchester City take on Aston Villa. So,
huge game.
Luton, who need points, need to stay up. They was unlucky at Spurs yesterday as well, going up 1-0 nice and early. So, he mentioned Saka coming off, go to the next game. It's game after game. And we're going to have you covered here on talkSPORT.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.